Blog Talk Radio.
Hey there, Detroit sports fanatics, and welcome back to Taylor's Detroit Sports Show. This is the Pistons edition. And what can I say? Same old story, just like last week. Except with 0 wins. Just gotten even slower this week. The Pistons opened up the week at the Palace against the Golden State Warriors last Monday, and they lost 104-96. Then they headed to Texas Wednesday, gave up 120 points to lose as they wound up with 110 against the Spurs at AT&T Center in San Antonio. Then it was just 2 points away from being the exact same score as they lose again tonight to the Rockets in Houston, 118-110. Second time in a row they've given up about that many. Second game in a row. Well, like I said last week, absolutely terrible defense. No matter how many points you score, if you're the Detroit Pistons, who have now dropped to 23-36. Apparently 10th place in the East, a game back of the Cleveland Cavaliers, who are more in the hunt than the Pistons are. About 4 games back of the Atlanta Hawks for that 8th and final playoff spot. Still got about a month and a half to go. But the Pistons just are lagging on defense, and even though you play great teams like Houston and San Antonio, it doesn't mean you can't. It doesn't mean it doesn't mean you can't play defense at all. You got to play defense. You got to play harder than that. The Spurs are in second place. And the Rockets are in 5th, both in the West, which means you got to turn up your defense up at least 10 notches. And it's just no wonder Joe Dumars is urged by many Piston fans everywhere, including myself, to be fired. I'm going to go ahead and move on to the week ahead. Andre Drummond picked up yet another double-double, 16 points and 17 rebounds in tonight's defeat. Almost forgot to apologize for the delay. I forgot to share the link on my social network accounts, and I'm doing that right now. Drummond. Yeah, Drummond picked up a double-double each in both of those games in the state of Texas. But he didn't do as good. He didn't do as well. He only came up with 11 points and 9 boards in the game on Monday against the Warriors at the Palace. That's not very good. Okay, again, I apologize for the delay, but onward I go. An ugly first quarter in Houston tonight, 41-20. The Rockets outscore us, which was the difference. We outscored them back in two quarters. In the last two quarters, 34-26 and 30-23. And I think we should play like that. We should be able to. We should keep playing like that. We should be able to outscore all teams in each quarter. Because I know we're better than what we've done if we're the Pistons. So moving on to the week ahead, Pistons start a short two-game homestand against the Knicks on Monday, 7:30 on Fox Sports Detroit. Then on Wednesday they host the Bulls, same time, same channel, Chicago, at the Palace. Knicks are 21-38. Two games back from the back of the Pistons, and the Bulls are in fourth place in the East, second in the Central Division, 32-26. Luol Deng and Joakim Noah and Carlos Boozer I believe and Kirk Heinrich are still the players to watch. I think I'm a little behind, but yeah, there's Butler. No, there's Boozer rather. There's Jimmy Butler. There's Kirk Heinrich, Noah, and I think Luol Deng is somewhere else because he's not on the roster. Nazr Muhammad, Ty Gibson, Mike Dunleavy, DJ Augustine, Derrick Rose, and Tony Snell. Now on Friday, the Pistons hit the road again. They are in Minnesota on Friday at 8. That'll be on Fox Sports Detroit Plus. Then on Sunday, they end their short road trip in Boston. Sunday at 6 on Fox Sports Detroit. Timberwolves, 28-29, not bad. And one Mike Taylor is messaging me, one of my friends, on Facebook, asking if I heard of Daniel Fields. One of the new players for the Detroit Tigers. As we're and he is asking any update on him. I told him he's just playing for the Tigers. That's all I know. Celtics, not very good. 20-40 in fourth place in the Atlantic Division. Asking me what I think of Nick Castellanos, the new third baseman. I think he's been doing great. He got 2 doubles, 4 RBIs yesterday in the 10-6 loss to the Flyers. I mean, not the Flyers, the Phillies. The Philadelphia Phillies. Pardon me. Speaking of the Tigers, they beat the Astros today, earlier today, 5-1. It is now yesterday. College basketball scores, since this is a basketball podcast. Michigan held on to beat Minnesota 66-56. Illinois came into the Breslin Center and upset Michigan State 53-46. So Michigan has won at least a share of the Big Ten Conference regular season championship. Ball State held on to beat Central Michigan 74-71 in Muncie, Indiana. Eastern Michigan nipped Northern Illinois 56-52, and Toledo defeated Western Michigan 96-85 in overtime. Oh, by the way, speaking of CMU, their women's basketball team, which I went to see last Thursday, won the outright of the MAC regular season championship with a thrilling and dominating 85-72 win in overtime over Ball State at McGurk Arena. Crystal Bradford got the Chippewas a big double-double, 36 points, 16 rebounds, and 6 assists for the Maroon and Gold. And Ball State head coach Brady Sally received 2 technicals, both within the final minute of the extra frame in overtime, which means in overtime. So later today at 2, they're going to tip it off in Toledo against the Rockets, and then Wednesday at 7, they wrap up their regular season, I think, against the Broncos at McGurk Arena. They do play there against them. Actually, they have another game a week from next Saturday, which wraps up their regular season in Ypsilanti against the Eastern Michigan Eagles. And they start their tournament the week after that in Cleveland. Monday's the first round, Wednesday the second round, Thursday the quarterfinals, Friday the semifinals, and Saturday, March 15th, is the MAC championship for the women's team. So, not much to explain about the Pistons there for tonight's show. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. So, just come back at Saturday. Come back at 11 on Saturday for the Red Wings edition. Then I'll be back at midnight for the Pistons edition. Till then, this is Taylor Phillips saying TTFN, ta-ta for now.